Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Tuesday night. We are playing poker. I am the odds-on favorite, and I relish that. I'm Adam Azer with Dave Richard and Chris Towers and Dan Schneier. Only four of us today. The four pros are here. We're going to be answering your questions throughout the next hour or so here, and we are already having an off-the-air conversation about candy. So tell us about if you like candy and your favorite candy, because Dan Schneier thinks there are people out there who just don't eat candy. I don't want to know those people, Dan. I hope you're not one of them.
I think we work with one of them. I'm certainly not one of them, but I really do feel like we work with one of them. And his name is Heath, and he's not here right now.
Yeah, Heath is anti-candy, I guess. He's also anti-Halloween. He's anti a lot of things. But yeah, Chris also. Oh, first question. This is a good one from James. Wait. James,
good question.
Where is it?
Good question, and it's gone.
Nope.
There it is.
So there's just the four of us today?
The hell hired Adam.
Oh, no.
He will hired Adam.
The he will hired Adam. James, it's a great question.
I mean, look, I don't necessarily want to be a grammar scold.
No, when
But,
people
like,
told you
if
that,
you're gonna come after Adam, then yeah, I'm gonna make fun of your grammatical error. I don't feel bad about that.
Exactly. So yeah, thanks for that horrible question, you jerk. Anyway, we
can come after Adam. You don't get to.
We are rolling here. The poker game has begun, and I have a pair of kings, so I am going to bet. Come on.
I don't think you have a pair of kings.
All right, Dave calls. All right, if we have any,
Now we get to find out if Adam is.
Oh, James says he's joking. Okay, that does help.
Haha, that's what everybody does on the internet. They say something mean and then they go, "Oh no, I'm just kidding." Haha, jokes on you.
It's always funny to joke about Adam's child not having the resources he needs to grow up.
Oh, you did have a king. Good
Woo,
news.
I told you. I never lie, Dave. I'm an honest man.
Adam doesn't lie.
And that's it. Now I'm the low man on the totem pole.
All right, so
Well, at least now we know, Dave, that Adam won't lie.
Right.
Question here about Keenan Allen being worse with Eckler in the lineup. I don't think that's the case. I've never noticed that, but I'll go ahead and take a look here. I know I don't have that in any of my notes.
Well, Keenan Allen definitely slowed down as the season went on, and that coincided with Eckler coming back. But I feel like Keenan Allen slowing down as the season went on has been a thing the last couple of seasons anyway.
I look at it more as Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert definitely slowed down.
Oh, I'm still in it? Oh, it's a new hand. Okay, so I was looking up Keenan Allen.
That's one of those things that always makes me think, like, we want running backs to be more involved in the passing game all the time, always, forever. And, like, sometimes teams do that. You saw it with Washington last season. You saw it with, I think, the Chargers down the stretch. It's not necessarily the best thing for the offense to, like, make a running back the focal point or a focal point in your passing game, because running back targets aren't necessarily super efficient.
Now, here's a quick question from Oreo Moneyman. Is Oreo candy? Are cookies candy or no?
No, they're cookies.
No.
Yeah. All right. Antonio Gibson. I know. I'm just whatever. Antonio Gibson or Cam Akers, half PPR.
It's Akers for now.
I'm on the Akers train, too. I think Stafford.
I have Akers higher, but it's very close.
It's definitely close, but I think Akers has a little bit of an edge.
Let me tell you about Faded Spade. They are hosting our poker tournament tonight, and we thank them very much. And they help nonprofits fundraise. Their next high-profile virtual poker tournament is supporting Charity Bomb on July 29th. That is featuring rock stars from Alice in Chains, All American Rejects, and more.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're awesome. They have awesome playing cards. Their site is great. Even when I wasn't on Twitch and YouTube last year playing poker, I was playing on Faded Spade. So give them a look. All right. Also going to tell you about how to get into one of our mock drafts. This is interesting. Oh, wow. Little straight action here. All right. Well, yeah, somebody's got to bet something, right? Let's go. Who's in? Just me and Chris? All right. For every
I completely ignored the action up to this point.
You raised me?
Ooh,
That's what that means.
check raised.
I'm reading a promo
That's
here, and you're check raising me.
Chris has the floor.
Victor, I hate you. For everyone like someone will get into one of our next mock drafts. So 100 likes, one fan gets in. 200, two fans. Guess how many for 300?
7.
Yeah, 3.
2.
So please hit that like button. Smash that like button. Oh, here's a question. You have pick number 5. Do you choose good All-American rejects pun, Jake? Do you choose Zeke, Taylor, or Kamara?
Kamara, he's there.
If it's PPR, it's Kamara. If it's non-PPR, it's Taylor.
It's half PPR.
Kamara.
This isn't funny. This is a funny diss. I'll allow it. Any All-American rejects or Allison Chains diss, I will allow. When I see Adam's face on the stream, it really gives me hell. Chris, you're on the clock here.
Oh, I am.
Oh, you timed out.
I'm fine with that. I didn't really want to play that.
I don't know if I should call this.
There is a Adam. I don't know if you want to come out to the boroughs, but there's a emo night karaoke if you want to do some All-American rejects.
No, that's okay. That would be fun though. Emo night. Is there emo? I don't really know what's emo.
Emo night is usually just referencing like pop punk music from the mid-aughts.
Give me like 3 emo bands.
Jimmy Eat World.
Really?
Papa Roach,
Dashboard Confessional, and American football. I know we're all fans of American football.
I've never heard of American football. No, Papa Roach is.
You would hate them, Adam. They're awesome, and you would despise them.
That's usually how it works. Let's see. This question. Pick 4. All right, so it's going to be, well, no, not necessarily. I don't know if you have Henry over Kamara. PPR, Kamara, Henry, or Barkley?
PPR is Kamara.
Yeah.
Oh, full PPR. Yeah, it's Kamara.
I can't believe I folded. All right.
Can't believe you folded those pocket aces, huh?
Do you see a path of Joe Burrow being a top 5 quarterback?
Sure. Yeah. He's going to have a ton of volume. He's got great weapons. You know, he has to go let's say Andrew Luck breakout route, you know, where he does a little bit of running, he scores a handful of touchdowns through the ground, and he just, you know, has like a 38 touchdown season. It's within the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to do a little bit of running, though, because back during the Andrew Luck breakout, it was more like there weren't the Lamar Jacksons, the Kyler Murrays of the world that are picking up so many points on the ground. He definitely have to steal some points on the ground.
Jake wants to know Pitts or ETN in Dynasty. I think we're all going Pitts, right?
I think so,
Definitely.
yeah. Oh.
Dave won? Chris won?
I won. Won a 1,000 chip pot.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Dave.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Pitts over ETN.
Pitts over ETN? Yeah.
I'm just not sure what the Jaguars actually view ETN as is part. I just saw what I folded. It is part of my problem with him for this season. The fact that they, you know, Urban Meyer came out and said after the draft, if Kadarius Toney had been there, we would have taken him instead.
Right.
Really makes me think like this was not we want a running back thing. This was just, we want a vague playmaker of some sort, which makes me think it's not going to be like a focal point of the offense kind of thing.
Sure. Makes sense. I think he's in line to be at least that type of like playmaker type of guy where he's out in space. I'm going to show you what I have, Adam. They get him out in space. They use him as a traditional running back a little, but it'll be a lot more.
Hand.
Yeah, I bet you had a 6.
6.
Yep.
One thing to consider, though.
That helped me win the hand, Chris. Thank you.
Oh, am I mucking when I fold at the beginning? Is that what's happening?
No, when you fold and then you say, "Oh, I wish I had stayed in this hand."
Well, no, I
could
have
have
had
2 6s on the board.
I could have had a
right,
7.
because everybody's upset when they fold a pair.
Well, 2 pair.
Thank you for folding that 6, Chris.
Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead, Dan. I'm even trying to get.
I just add this one thing to the ETN. This is actually came up. I remember when I was reading Dave's article breaking down the new coordinators, and it was about Urban Meyer. I think everybody kind of feels and has this idea that it's going to be this pass-heavy offense with a lot of passing volume, and Urban Meyer brings in this spread offense. But Dave kind of unpacked it. He wants to run the ball a lot. Like, he has run the ball a lot in the past, and he wants to run the ball a lot. So I think there could be more carries than people expect overall in this offense.
And for the beginning part of the year, and we talked about this on the podcast, James Robinson should be the guy that gets the majority of those carries. I think Robinson has to really screw up in order for ETN to become like a full-time running back. I've had a problem talking today. One thing I'll add is that ETN, as great of a player as he was in college, he wasn't a complete running back. He wasn't good as a pass blocker. And I'm not quite, when it comes to like, plowing through defenders to gain an extra yard or two, I don't think he's got the physicality to do that at the NFL level. I think he's a juker. I think he's a pass catcher. The speed is obvious. So if he's not a complete running back right away in the mold of some of the other running backs who got drafted, I think that he might be a little bit limited in his first year. I'm betting, Chris.
You know who he reminds me of? It's not just the superficial he went to the same school thing. But CJ Spiller coming out of college.
Spiller, I think that's a good call.
I guess there's nothing original about me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. They just, we see what you see. It's good.
Yeah. Like, it took him, Spiller didn't really get like the big rushing workload until his fourth season in college. And coming out of school, he was an amazing playmaker, but he didn't really have that role. 30 targets, 74 rushes in his first season. So I would expect more than that workload, but I could see something similar where he's worked in a little slowly.
Okay.
Are we taking him too soon? Where do you have him ranked, Chris?
I have him. Oh, I can't see it.
Like, I've got him as the 53rd player in my PPR rankings, so around 5 pick.
I would guess I have him around the same place.
Yeah.
I have 25th at running back, which feels high.
Mm-hmm.
And then the overall ranks, I have him 44th, so even higher. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't feel great about it, and I haven't drafted him really.
Yeah, I think I might be a little too high on the three-letter man, ETN.
Oh, I never heard that. That's good. Question from RJ Contreras: Najee Harris or Miles Sanders? Now, look, everyone's taken Najee Harris over Miles Sanders. That's just the way ADP is working out. But is this close?
No, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's that close. I'm nervous about Miles Sanders regaining that big-time workhorse lead role.
Yeah. I'm with Dave as far as like, I'm very worried about Miles Sanders volume wise. I do think the one case you can make, or I guess the devil's advocate would be that I definitely trust the Eagles offensive line with all these guys coming back a lot more. And I like the fact that he gets to play in an offense with Jalen Hurts. So if they run zone read or anything of that nature, it should help him and open up some holes. Mm-hmm. But overall, the volume is scary for me there. Less so with Harris.
I think a big part of it comes down to how he plays in the passing game. He was so good in that as a rookie.
Early on. Yes, he was.
And then early last season, he had a really valuable role. He just stunk. Like the game that stands out for me is that game against Baltimore where I think he had like 5 or 6 targets, one in the end zone. He just dropped a touchdown. It was like 35 yards downfield. It would have been a big play. And pretty much after that, he had I think he only had like 4 or 5 targets that were more than a couple yards down the field.
Yeah, they stopped going to him.
I'm not so worried about his work. They just didn't run the ball that much last year with their running backs. But if they do, he's by far the best running back on the team. So
that's true.
He's not going to have Najee Harris work, but I don't think the guys there are real threats to his carries. Now, maybe they are his catches, but I don't think that Jalen Hurts is going to throw that much to his running backs anyway. And that's why Miles Sanders should be probably a 4th-round pick. But I think there's a lot to like as a 4th-round pick if you're inclined to take a running back there.
I mean, just look at if you just take the 3 games he played with Hurts as the starter.
Yeah, he did great in those games.
46 carries, 13 targets. Like if he did that, if he had 4.5 targets per game and 15 carries, he's probably a top 12 running back.
His efficiency was great. 5.1 yards per carry. He scored 3 times.
See, I just have to push back on that because he had an 82-yard run and he averaged like 3.2 yards per carry. Other than that, and I know you're going to break down the 82-yard run, but it was most carries. That was his only run in his last 6 games that went for more than 11 or 14 yards. It was really alarming the way he finished.
Right. I'm not even looking at the performance. I'm just looking at the touches. If he gets 15 carries and 4 targets per game, he's going to be a good value.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he'll get that.
You can't understate how bad the line was last year. I mean, it was just terrible. And it could have been one of the best in football. But we'll see.
Yeah,
could be this year too.
A lot of those guys are getting older. Brandon Brooks, Jason, a lot of those guys are definitely getting older and have more tread on the tires now.
And I also just think like the quarterback situation is going to be much better than it was last season.
All right, Penny, would you rather have Julio, Lamb, or Robert Woods? This is a great question.
Julio, Lamb, or Robert Woods?
I'd have Woods.
That's a tough one.
I have Woods. I have it Woods, Julio, Lamb.
Yep. I like them all. I like all 3 of them, but I think Woods is poised to just have an amazing year with Stafford under center. I just think that whole offense is going to change because of the quarterback.
I like that whole offense. I think Lamb actually has the highest floor to me. I think it's so easy to get easy targets for him in the slot there. He's going to be facing so much zone coverage. They're going to have basically no way to double team him at any point.
Robert,
who can really stop CeeDee Lamb? Any slot corner in the NFL that you can think of?
I do want to see him, get above like the 75-80% target or snap range because he didn't really get there last year.
Who are the next running backs to fall off a Cliff Gurley style? Who's Cliff Gurley?
That's Todd Gurley when he was in the State Farm commercials.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's great question. Next running back to fall off a cliff like Todd Gurley did.
Let's think.
Well, the problem with the question is if we were able to predict running backs falling off a cliff Todd Gurley style, we probably would have been downgrading Todd Gurley a lot more than we ended up doing.
I think it would have to be someone who's already had major knee surgery and reconstruction and then has it again. That's kind of what happened to Gurley. And so it's going to sound crazy, and this is just a random thing. I would say Chubb is somebody to look for. He really destroyed his knee in college. He's been fine since, but I don't know. Just look. That's kind of what I think happened to Gurley too.
I would say Gordon.
I almost don't even know
he's
if that
an easy
counts.
one.
Then Zeke.
Zeke
could be one. I could see. I mean, Mixon. You're starting. I think you have to be talking about guys in like the 5 to 6 year range, who have gotten a lot of carries. Mixon hasn't had the knee injury, but he's had a lot.
He has the foot.
What about Chris Carson?
Carson, yeah, Carson's interesting.
Yeah.
I really hope that Josh Jacobs, I don't know where his career goes, but he's hurt a lot and hasn't shown that he can withstand a full workload at either level. So I don't think that's going to happen, but what happens if Gruden gets fired or something like that? What happens if they clean house? Dave.
That's a lot of money they'd have to eat to fire Gruden.
With the
they're
5 full years left?
No, they won't do it.
All right, then what do they fire Mayock?
They'll do that before they fire Gruden.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave.
What do I have?
Alvin.
You have an ace and an 8.
Not correct.
Alvin's had the ACL.
Also not correct.
He's had injuries in the past, so
what a bummer.
It could be him.
All right, how about this one? Full PPR, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, or Michael Thomas?
Jefferson.
Thomas for me.
AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, Michael Thomas, full PPR. Yeah, I'm actually going with Chris on Thomas. I think me and Chris are going to be higher on Thomas than most people, though. I haven't seen too many other people in that boat. I'm with you, Chris. I feel like there's most of the reason he was bad last year was because he was playing through that high ankle sprain. I feel like
Heath did say on the podcast today if Jameis was the starter, he would probably have. Did he say he would have Thomas number 2?
No, 5, I think.
Okay, he said he would be in the top 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does help a lot to have Jameis there.
It's better than Taysom.
Dave, what do you think about this
Definitely.
question from Reed? Should the Giants draft D'Eriq King next season?
They might be in the market for a quarterback next year. We'll see how King's knee is.
Yeah, I don't.
He's exciting, but I'm not sure if he can do what Russell Wilson did and be that, and what Kyler Murray did.
Is
He's
he
fun.
going into his 6th college season?
Yeah.
Am I reading
Yeah.
that correct? Yeah, I don't think so.
He's going to his 6th college season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not normal?
Their starting right tackle is going into his 7th starting season or his 7th season because everybody got to just get
he is already. D'Eriq King turns 24 in a month.
Nah, he's not a pro prospect, I don't think. Akers or Eckler from Senior Mac. Akers or Eckler?
Eckler and PPR.
I'll take Akers in non-PPR.
I do have Akers slightly ahead and on.
I said the love that you guys that everyone has for Akers and that every CBS guy has for Robert Woods and maybe Cooper Kupp. They better have a big year offensively.
I mean, I have Akers 15th. So I think I'm.
Yeah, you're low on him.
Yeah, I'm higher.
Like Matthew Stafford better be great.
Yeah, better stay healthy and.
Is there anything to be made of like last year, Sean McVay talking about how he wanted to copy kind of what Kyle Shanahan did and use multi-backs? And then are we just throwing that out?
I think they're throwing that out because they realize that they don't have the same type of confidence in their other backs that they do in Akers.
It's fair.
I think it's an open question how good Cam Akers is. I know situation in college was bad. I know he didn't get the opportunity early on last season, but
got hurt. That's why.
His college stats, his analytical profile for college is pretty mediocre. There wasn't a lot underneath the surface to suggest he was a particularly special running back last season. Had one of the lowest broken tackle rates in the NFL, very low yards after contact rates. Okay, I'll fold. I think it's an open question. I'm not sure that he is like a difference-making talent. That being said, it could be a difference-making opportunity, in which case it won't really matter.
Especially
opportunity over talent.
Let me just tell everybody here to hit that like button. We got to get 100 likes. If we get 100 likes, 1 fan is in our next mock draft. If we get to 200 likes, 2 fans are in. 300 likes, 3 fans are in our next mock draft. Sorry, I have to call here. So yes, please hit that like button. We would very much appreciate it. And you will appreciate it too, because you will get a chance to get in our next draft. There's also a lot of Giants slander in here.
Good.
What?
Good.
I won't
love
stand
to
it.
see it.
Don't say that, Chris.
Saquon a bust this season.
Chris, you're not a Giants hater too. That doesn't make any sense. You're in the AFC East enough. Like you can hate the Yankees.
I just, I'm a little bit of a troll when it comes to sports teams,
especially New York teams. I feel like
no, Florida teams even more. Especially like the Florida college football teams. I root against Miami and I make fun of Adam a lot, but I don't want anyone to get in their heads the idea that I don't feel exactly the same way about Florida State and UF.
Okay.
I would love for all of them to go winless every single season. The only problem with UF beating UM is that UF fans are
UF won. Yeah. All right, everybody hit that like button here so you have a chance to get into our mock draft. Boo Giants. Why is Adam so bad at poker? Actually, I'm not that bad at poker. So I'm just not getting the cards today. Blame the cards, right?
That's what I do.
Okay.
It's a poor craftsman blames his tools.
I'm not that good at poker, but I'm not that bad. Are you drafting any Patriots players this year? Mickey wants to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drafting Jonnu. If I find myself without a tight end in the back half of the draft, call it round 8+, somewhere in that range, 9-10, probably more likely, I can find Jonnu Smith and I imagine the Patriots have a pretty good idea of how they want to use him. Get him out, flex him wide, treat him more like a receiver than a typical tight end. Expand his route tree a little bit, add some double moves to his game, make him a big-time red zone weapon.
Your bet, sir.
If I'm waiting at QB and I'm drafting multiple QBs, Cam Newton's probably going to be one of them.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
I have a hard time believing that Mac's going to be a week 1 starter.
Yeah, I mean, part of it's just like I didn't think he was great as a prospect anyway, so I think Cam Newton's still pretty good.
He's a solid prospect, dude. I mean, I don't think he compares to the other guys so much, but I think he was pretty solid. He'll be like a solid guy. Maybe he makes a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, like I think that's the most likely outcome is he's just like a pretty good starter. And in this offense, I'm not excited about a pretty good starter, especially one who doesn't have mobility. Because I think this is maybe the most improved receiving core in the NFL. And also it's probably a bottom 5 receiving core in the NFL.
All right. Totally agree that Saquon Barkley will not produce top 15 running back numbers this week. It's probably this season.
Should bench him this week.
Definitely not this week.
I mean, I know the rest of the league's only playing 4 games this week or 3 games because of the All-Star break, but I still think he's not going to produce.
Yeah, no, look, I know the situation's not great for him, but he's going to be top 15. You're right. It never has been great.
And actually, if they throw to him 100 times, it's a great situation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the reason he got so many targets that 2018 season was that it was like past his prime Eli Manning just checking down immediately, and Daniel Jones does not move to that check down fast. He's just standing there. So I don't think the targets will be there. But at the same time, I will say this, Barkley's never played, at least in his pro career, more than what did he play, 2 or 3 games last year in a power and gap blocking scheme, and that's what he thrived in at Penn State. He was playing in his own scheme with the Giants the first 2 years, so I think that could help him. We'll see. The Giants' offensive line still looks pretty bad on paper, though.
Yes,
they need Thomas, the left tackle, to take a step.
Big
all right, huge hand for Azer right there. Just want to.
Yeah, what'd you have? I'm curious.
I had a good hand.
Okay, I had a jack in my hand.
I had a jack, and I also had another card in my hand.
Oh, okay, then I would have lost.
Yeah, Mahesh. Hey, what's up, Mahesh? We need more rap from Dave. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a lot of fun, man. Somebody made a football. Somebody made a song for Heath that's, I think, too inappropriate to play, but it's really funny. I mean, one of the best.
We might be able to play it. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe on a Tuesday night we can play
it. And live from the dungeon.
Literally.
All right, let's see what's on the board. 4, 5, 6, fun.
You're good at counting, Adam.
5 and 6, 11. Now it's your turn.
Dave, how does it feel to be outnumbered by East Coasters on this stream?
I don't mind one bit.
Okay.
I don't mind. You guys can.
First
of all, I don't know if Chris counts as an East
Coaster. I count him.
Has he lived there long enough? How many years have you been in NYC, Chris?
I mean, 3? Almost 2, but also I lived in South Florida my whole life. That is on the East Coast.
Northeast.
Well, then in that case, I'm an East Coaster too.
Yeah, of course you are.
I've lived in Florida more than half my life.
You know what I mean.
Oh.
I think Chris.
I know, Adam. I was just struggling with the decision.
I'm impressed, Dan, that you and Adam are holding back on talking about the Giants in depth.
What you mean is surrounded by East Coast elitists.
Yeah, yes, exactly what I mean.
I'm going to tell you, I truly believe the Giants are going to win the division.
Whoa!
No way.
Yes.
Whoa! That I can't go that far.
I don't truly believe that. I sort of believe the Giants are going to win the division. I should have bet more.
I mean, what do you have, Adam?
I should have bet more. Can you raise me?
That's what I figured. It's stupid. You just played it so weird.
I wasn't really thinking. Yeah, I did play it weird. What's the earliest round?
Placing bets about the Giants to win the division at plus 400.
I think that if they get good quarterback play, they have the most complete roster on the team.
How are they going to get good quarterback
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Also, their offensive line is still terrible.
Right. Like I think if Philadelphia gets good quarterback play, they're the ones.
That's
I
a
like
better.
Giants defense a lot better than the Eagles defense.
I do agree with that. The Giants defense, I think, could be the best in the division
No, I think Washington's got it.
over Washington.
Washington's pass rush is so much better, but the Giants secondary is
Pass
potentially.
coverage over pass rush. You'll see.
Well, I don't know about that. I'd rather have pass rush. Oh, this is a fun hand.
Not what the Ravens say.
Oh, the Ravens have had good pass rushers.
Teams have been banking on. No, they have not. They have not had big time pass rushers, and anyone they've had, they've let go in free agency.
Right.
Patriots have
This
done
is
the
going to
same
be an
thing.
interesting
Use
test this
them.
year.
But they've had good pass rushers.
Who? Patriots or Ravens?
The Ravens.
This recent string of Ravens elite defenses has not had any premier pass rushers. They had Matthew Judon this year, who they let walk in free agency.
Right.
He was a system player, and he went to
They've gotten to the quarterback though.
because they
They
scheme
made
up pressure. They scheme up pressure. It's just like the Dolphins. They're running the same defense. Those 4 teams and a few others are running very different defenses than the rest of the NFL.
Washington or Patriots defense from Senior Mac. Washington, right?
Washington
Yeah.
for fans.
Who's
But,
the
like-
first DST? The Rams?
That's mine.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that question come up. When's the earliest you should take a defense? How many rounds are you drafting? It's -1 is the earliest I would
Right.
take a defense. Assuming you have to draft a defense and kicker.
I don't mind -2 if you're going to take one of the top DSTs and you're okay starting them.
Oh, Chris with the $1,200 rate. Oh, Dave Foley.
Snap fold. Snap fold.
I know what he's got. I can't beat it.
All right.
Has anyone had pocket aces yet?
No.
No, me either.
Aces? No. Ace King? Yes.
Okay.
These
Ace
are cool
Queen?
questions.
Yes.
Deontay Johnson or Chase Claypool, Jamar Chase or T. Higgins, half PPR.
Johnson. And
Johnson
then
for sure.
Chase over Higgins.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the gap
Tens
between
again,
Deontay
Dan.
and Chase is bigger.
You know what's funny? At one point, I was the chip leader, and I think all 3 of you were under 10,000, and now you're all over 10,000, and I'm under 8,000.
It changes very quickly, Dave.
It really does.
It will, especially when the blinds go up.
Yeah. Never mind.
Give me chips, Adam.
Let's go.
Yes.
I like this one. Why is there such a gap? Or you can read it, Adam. I didn't mean to.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm deep in thought.
We are deep in thought. Dalton wants to know, why is there such a gap between Jonathan Taylor and J.K. Dobbins? Is it literally just TD upside?
No, it's in my projections, it's about
Volume.
60 carries and about 20 targets is the difference.
Yeah, I don't think Taylor's going to share as much as people think.
And
I
Dobbins,
think he's
like
going to be the main guy.
Heath posted this on Twitter today, but the Ravens last season were 24th in the NFL in running back touches last season. We think of them as this huge run first team, and they are. They had the highest run rate in the NFL last season. In neutral situations, with the score within 7 points either direction, I believe they were the only team that was at 50% in run pass split. But Lamar Jackson's going to run the ball 120 times.
Would you look at these creeps? Okay, FFT tweets or posts at 69 likes now. Nice. Come on, people.
No, it is very nice.
It's not nice. We need to get to 100 immediately. Let's go. 100. Come on. Get there.
Or no likes and we just leave it there.
Salary cap thoughts. Go for depth or highest projected starting lineup from Paul.
I think you want to get as many stars as you can, because what happens late in every salary cap draft is there are going to be really good values. And what you don't want is to end up with like really good values on the 23rd player at every position. You know, you want stars and get your values otherwise.
I've done that a lot in my salary cap drafts, and man, I've just had some rotten luck with injuries. I remember I did that last year in the Kings Classic. I took Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley, spent up for both of them.
Oh.
Felt like I got good value with both of them. Oh, nice hand.
That's
nice hand. But they got hurt, and my team suffered quite a bit. I think I still fought for either a playoff spot or almost a playoff spot. I'll make a case for the depth. I'll make a case for not going for any one big player and kind of saving your money to get some bargains near the midpoint of the salary cap draft, and then still having 20% of your budget for the last 50% of the draft. That's a rule that I've stuck with and I love.
I don't know that you have to choose. I feel like you can do a nice mix. You definitely,
sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you can't get everybody.
No, but you don't have to do studs and duds or just spread out or depth. I don't know. I feel like you should. I would never walk away from a draft without two. Well, I would try to get 3 top 24 players. That's what I would try to do, and then maybe spread it out more evenly after that. But
I think you also just have to think about the distribution of talent. Paying up for running backs outside of the top 20 or 24 is probably going to be a bad idea. You want to get, if you're going to get guys in the 24 to 40 range at running back, you want them as cheap as you possibly can get them. So, that's the big thing for me is like, I'm willing to pay up for stars at running back, a top 5, top 7 guy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This Schneier's going nuts here. Let's go.
But not.
This is our biggest part of the night.
But
buddy, let's see what you're gonna do.
And don't pay up for wide receivers in like the 20 to 35 range because there's so little difference between those guys. You just have to keep in mind what the player pool is, and waiting on QB is probably going to be the right answer. I remember.
What did you say?
You suck. That's what I said. I can't.
What about the tight ends? Did you spend up on tight ends?
The top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. I wouldn't spend up for like the non-guaranteed difference makers.
Or for Pitts.
Play it out. Deal the next.
Yeah, Pitts is falling down my rankings weirdly. It's not like on purpose.
Would you have flush draw?
What's that?
Would you have flush draw?
Yeah.
Or straight draw? One of the two.
Flush.
I didn't let you see.
Adam, want to hit the draftathon details for Mahesh?
Oh, yeah. Draftathon, September 1st, 6 p.m. to midnight Eastern time. Live coverage for 6 straight hours. And we're going to be we want to raise so much money for St. Jude, so please be a part of it. And if you want to give us a suggestion on what to do to raise money, actually one person said a poker tournament. That would be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Please email us fantasyfootball@cbsi.com, fantasyfootball@cbsi.com with your suggestions. That is CBSI, the letter I. Also, Dan Schneier's not invited because he's just a bully now. And he's
Look at this lead he's got.
Yeah. But yes.
Chris might get some back here.
Who says that when they don't have a good hand?
Ooh.
No, but the idea of like a large poker tournament with a bunch of listeners, I like to raise money for charity. I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh, you're such a jerk, man.
Yeah, he really is.
There's no point.
I like it.
I'm not.
There's no point. What are you doing? Why would you do this? Can you tell me what you had?
Oh, I'll show you.
Oh man, this would be a great bluff. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
But what were you doing?
I had it the whole time. Right.
He checked the turn. I was actually just calling just to see one card to see if I could get it, and then he checked the turn, so I got there.
Right.
I was worried you were gonna. I was worried because you have the big stack that if I had checked, you would have gone over the top.
Yeah, I get it. I was just trying to get lucky and get one card. I would have folded for the on the turn though.
Don't say that. Now you're being even more of a jerk.
All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say anything.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
At least I should.
Drafting DJ Moore at the start of the Cooper Lamb Julio Woods group.
If you could tell me Sam Darnold was going to finish 19th at quarterback in scoring this season, I think you could make a case for it. But
yeah,
I have Sam Darnold ranked 31st, so I can't really make the case for it.
He's a good streamer for week 1. Actually, for I think most of the first few weeks of the season.
I think there's a chance he could be a decent fantasy option because he is athletic enough to make some contributions with his legs, but I just haven't seen any reason outside of a handful of plays to think that he's good.
Yeah, but DJ Moore has been top 10 in yards 2 straight seasons.
I mean, he is historically like among players who are before the age of 23. I think he's like 4th or 5th in receiving yards all time. And the guys in that group are really, really good players. It's just, I don't think the situation is good enough. That's the biggest thing. I think he's a Stephon Diggs like talent, and I think he could have a Stephon Diggs like breakout if he had a quarterback who made a Josh Allen like leap. But I just don't think it's there.
Right.
Not with Darnold.
Good questions today, guys. Good questions. Oh, this is an even better one. Top 3 favorite bands of all time.
Oh, I like that question.
Yeah, for me, it would be Chili Peppers, Foo Fighters. Oh, man, I don't even know who the third would be.
Can't even top 3, Adam?
No, I mean, there are a lot of, like, I love Stone Temple Pilots.
What about that weird band you told me that you had you got a call from them in college or something last week?
They're my cell phone ring. That was Phantom Planet. No, they're not my 3 favorite bands. I really loved The Offspring for a while, but I can't say them. No, I don't have it. I don't have an answer for top 3. I'll figure it out. All right, you guys go nuts.
The Beatles are definitely, they'll just be there forever. I don't really listen to them much anymore, but they were like oxygen in my house growing up. So they'll always be there. And then probably Radiohead and Wilco, I think are probably the other 2.
I mean, come on, we could have guessed that, right? Who the hell would be third for me? Oh, Aerosmith. Yes. There you go. Chili Peppers, Foo Fighters, Aerosmith.
They're so basic.
These are great bands. These are Hall of Fame bands. It's like, oh, yeah, I love Marino and Rogers and Peyton Manning. Oh, you're so basic. Come on, that's what I said, basically.
Yeah. Why don't you like Warren Moon?
Right.
I mean, I don't think Radiohead is Warren Moon unless Warren Moon, is one of the 3 best bands of all time.
Dave, what do you got?
I listened to a ton of Nirvana when I was in high school. I listened to a ton of Green Day when I was in college. And I don't know if I could pick a third one. I don't know. Those 2 are good. I listened to a lot of Kiss in college, but I don't know if I'd say that they're my favorite band.
I think they're the worst band I've ever.
They are the junk food of
They're the worst
music.
band. Oh my gosh.
Foo Fighters are pretty good.
Yeah.
So Dave Grohl's in my favorite bands twice.
Yeah, there you go. Schneier, what are your 3 favorite bands?
I got
Carson.
Allman Brothers, number 1.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
Who?
My number 1, Allman Brothers.
Allman Brothers, okay.
I got My Morning Jacket, number 2. I listen to them a whole lot, and I still do.
Wow.
Chris likes it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got
one of the best live bands ever.
They are incredible live. And number 3, Arctic Monkeys. That one.
You're okay. That's so interesting. Yeah. My favorite thing to play on guitar, which I can play, is the solo to Jessica. Or the whole.
Nice.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Was that a real question, or you just volunteered that information?
It was not a question. I just volunteered it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's actually pretty impressive, Iser. I wouldn't have.
Well, you wouldn't. Did you just call me Iser?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No, that's not my name. You son of
Now you have to pronounce his name.
Schneier? Why did I say it wrong? I said Schneier.
I've always thought of it as Iser. I don't know why. I think it's like.
So does every marketer who's ever called me. Thanks, dude.
I don't know how I read that way every time, despite knowing it not being the case. It's no good. I thought you were more mad at me going with the last name. I see that.
Interesting to see what Adam does here.
Yeah, I know. So I don't really have a very good hand here, but if I bet, I think Chris is more likely to check raise me like the jerky way. Yeah, I'm just gonna check.
So you're gonna check and let Chris win. Look at what Chris had.
I was hoping you were going to check raise.
Oh,
I was hoping. I thought you didn't have like a great hand, and so I thought you might like just check a little bit or raise a little bit.
Yeah. I'm in trouble here.
I think that was a good move by you, Chris, to check there instead of bet, because you're more likely to get him to bet than to call. I think a big bet.
No NSYNC or Backstreet Boys fans. I'm definitely Backstreet Boys over NSYNC.
I don't even know
Yeah.
the difference between the two of them.
Oh yes, you do. I mean,
I don't.
You don't know I
let's,
want it that way.
wait.
I don't know who sings that.
Let's
song.
play a
I
game.
know it's one of those two.
Let's play a game with Dave. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys is the game.
Okay.
Okay,
But no trick questions. Don't give me any
Yeah.
98 degrees or
bye.
Public Enemy.
Bye.
That's the not Backstreet Boys.
NSYNC.
NSYNC.
Okay, correct. It's gonna be me.
NSYNC.
Okay.
Correct.
Apparently, I know it more than I thought I
As
did.
long as you love me.
That's with, I think Timberlake sings that song. So NSYNC. Timberlake was in NSYNC. Right?
Incorrect. That is the Backstreet Boys.
Okay. All right. See. All right.
All right. That's all. What the hell?
I'm not really that embarrassed over this.
My God. Oh. I want to get a good hand here. I'm gonna be out soon.
Dan's being
Like-
a real
it's like
bully.
button. Did you get the- yeah.
Chris hates playing poker.
A real jerk.
Sorry.
A real
I'm
jerk.
sorry.
Oh, Schneier, he's the worst. Schneier, he's the worst.
Yeah, just call me Shane. I deserve that.
Where's my Schneier? Where's my Schneier? I can't hear my Schneier.
Oh, look at you, Adam. Jeez.
No, that's me making fun of Eminem when he's like, I can't hear my snare. Where's my snare? Oh, you're so cool, Eminem. Oh, you're such a musician. You said snare. All right.
Eminem's really good, Adam.
That is.
That's like
No, I know. It's like it's before the song. Like it's one of those from the Marshall Mathers or the Slim Shady LP. It's like snare. I can't hear my. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so gratuitous.
That's yeah, no, that is the way I am.
The way I am. There you go.
Yeah, that is the way he is.
Screw it, Dave. Let's go.
Oh, here we go.
I don't feel good about it.
How about now? Do you feel good about it?
I can't say anything. I can't tell you.
I got one move.
I'm gonna put you to the test.
Yes.
We got
Bully now. Who's the bully now, Chris?
Yeah. Bully. Yeah.
That ain't me. I ain't a fortunate son.
The new bully.
Is Fortunate Son the most misunderstood popular rock song?
No,
or
it's-
is that Born in the USA?
It's
Born in the USA.
Hey, you're
For sure.
always-
Fortunate Son's definitely up there, though.
Yes. It might be number 2.
Yeah. Your tweet to Aubrey Huff about Born in the USA was
That was amazing.
Yeah, it
My
really
favorite,
was.
my favorite thing with
What?
Chris on Twitter is the Aubrey Huff post. Those are
You have
there's
to
a lot of good
consider
things he does on Twitter, but nothing better than Aubrey Huff
he
related.
did
posts.
call me fat afterwards, so who really won that?
Yeah,
exchange?
right. It's oh man.
Oh, he
We
responded
both
to you?
said
That's amazing.
accurate things.
I can't believe you responded.
University of Miami's proudest alum, Aubrey Huff. We've gotten this question a lot. I don't think we've read it. Ridley in the 5th or Swift in the 8th? 10-team half PPR.
Ooh.
Swift.
I hate getting rid of Ridley, though.
I'm definitely going Ridley there. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a 10.
How long can you keep him for? Like, if it's a 1-year deal, then maybe you could talk me into Swift. But otherwise, I think it's
1-year
Cal.
deal. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the. We don't really have any doubts about Ridley, do we?
No.
So
I think it's great
play
that
it
Pitts
safe.
is there because I think defenses are going to have to pay attention to him right away, and that'll help things be a little bit better for Ridley, who did well last year when Julio and Pitts weren't there.
I think Ridley's chances of being the number 1 wide receiver are, I think we should be taking the possibility more seriously. He led the NFL in air yards in 15 games last season,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't close. He was like 300 yards ahead of number 2. And that was he also had a game where he didn't have a catch. Obviously, air yards wouldn't make a big difference there, but it was only 5 targets in that game where he didn't have a catch as well. So, and he was hurt that game. It's not just that, he didn't.
Yeah, but he's the number one. He's the number one Falcons receiver. He's going to catch 6 touchdowns now.
Maybe.
Yeah, no,
I don't think that happens.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
I don't.
I know.
Let's read this one from Justin. Convince me we're not undervaluing Ronald Jones this year.
Gio's going to kill his value. Gio's going to kill all their value, I feel like.
Yeah.
Convince me Bruce Arians even likes him.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Bruce Arians is always looking for a reason to bench Ronald Jones, even when he is starting him. It's bizarre.
I don't even know if they're Facebook friends. Right?
Fair.
Yeah.
Do you think Bruce has Facebook?
Swift in the 4th or Gaskin in the 5th?
Do you think Ronald Jones has a Facebook?
He might. I would say Swift.
Yeah, Swift in the
4th. Yeah, hey, we are almost at 100 likes. So Bruce Arians doesn't like anyone. I hope that's not true. So come on, hit that like button. We're almost there.
So what do you think is more likely? That Bruce Arians is like a grandpa on Twitter, or that he does the like football coach, like performative, I'm too focused on football to know about Facebooks. Which do you think is more likely?
The second one.
He's definitely a football guy. He's a true football guy.
Yeah.
I find the performative football coach stuff so obnoxious. Like, I know everyone thought it was cute when like Bill Belichick said "my tube" or whatever it was a couple years ago.
My face.
Like, what the difference between MySpace? Like, if you know MySpace enough to say "my face," then you know that it's not my face.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Adam, can anyone talk about how disappointing Adam's follow-up performance has been tonight so far?
Poker? Yeah.
It's terrible.
Is he even playing? Is he
Why
in the game?
Ante? I don't appreciate the ante. This is not really cool.
That hand against Dan hurt me.
Yeah, it was a tough one,
It
Dave.
hurt the table.
Bruce Arians
I thought
has OJ Howard blocked on Twitter, probably.
Yeah, like there's just like these weird situations where he just like there's these super talented players on his team, and he's just like, no, absolutely not.
I can't call that.
You can raise it.
I'm like, no.
Let it go.
But I have no money left.
Sounds like you've got a real tough problem.
Adam, that's called the gambler's fallacy. You don't have to play just because you're pot committed.
Oh, man.
Just trying to help you out.
All right.
Though I will say this, if you have 300 in right now, and plus 50 in antes and 584 left, you should probably go with cards right
Anything.
here.
Especially.
All right, I'm going all in.
Just pot odds wise. Well, don't be so short.
Especially now.
Chris,
There you go, Adam.
Should I stand up?
Will Adam Azer win this pot and increase his stack to 2852?
I'm going to say yes.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm gonna fold. You had Jack. I can't believe Chris is not there with 2 pairs.
What a flop! Are you kidding me?
I know. I wish I'd had that like a few hands ago.
I mean, I had a great flop too.
Yeah.
Chris not good there with 2 pair. Oh my!
I could have taken him to the cleaners, man. That could have been great.
Chris, you shouldn't have been playing.
I was.
No, you shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have been in that hand.
Why?
I love when I get
Because it's Jack 6.
Yeah, but I was the small blind.
No, you weren't. You were the button.
No, I was a small blind.
Almost positive you were the button. It was literally
You're right.
This is a tough.
Does anybody think Michael
Let's see what
Carter No, Michael Carter's not going to be in the last 3 rounds of the draft. That's the problem. He's going to be around 7-ish pick.
I think he's going to end up like round 5 or 6 by training camp.
I'm already okay with him in very late round 6. I mean, I prefer round 7 or round 8 or the last 3 rounds of my draft, but I think he's fun. He was fun to watch for sure.
Can't believe you called me Iser. Dave, what should I get my son for his 3rd birthday? What do you think?
How about a gun?
Oh my God.
Like a Nerf gun.
A Nerf gun? No, I don't
This
think
is Florida. This is on his mind. This is what's on his mind. This is
Okay.
hilarious.
Dave.
Now you wonder why we're elitist
Bye, Dave.
here on the post. You wonder why.
Ooh, big hand for Chris. Everybody's doing great with Adam. It's like fantasy football all over again. Football.
That's
I'll bring him back. I guess I'll
Did you
let him back.
Oh, you dropped him out?
Yeah,
You
I
kicked
booted
me
him.
out. I was in the penalty box.
I mean, look, the thing is,
Azer.
it doesn't really matter, right? He's not going to remember.
Well, he can play with
Just
something.
don't like spend any money on it. Oh, okay.
What is this? All in?
I shoved.
Very funny.
Ooh.
I'm thinking Paw Patrol. It's probably a little less violent than Dave's suggestion, but Paw Patrol. You know, we'll see. I want to.
What about a kendo stick? They have those in wrestling a lot.
a great question?
Walk around the house smacking you in the back.
What's more valuable, a sandwich or a lotto ticket?
A sandwich.
A lottery ticket.
I'm going with the sandwich here. The only reason I ever have a lottery ticket is because I'm in an office and they do the office pool, and I just can't stand the idea of potentially not doing the
sure.
pool and walking in the next day when everyone's a millionaire.
You can't win $1 million from a sandwich.
Yeah, but most lottery tickets, if
Are
you do
trash.
the odds, aren't worth the price that you pay for them.
All lottery tickets are not worth the price you pay for them. Not
You
most.
do reach a point with certain jackpots where the odds are finally get in your favor, but yeah, for the most part, although there was a really interesting story
It's true.
from I want to say the Daily Beast or something a couple months ago that I read about an elderly couple who figured out how to like scam millions of dollars legally out of like the Massachusetts lottery or something. They had some game that was basically like counting cards, and so you knew the more people who played, the better your odds were. And so they just figured out if they just bought like thousands of tickets, they could easily make their money back and then some. It was fascinating.
Nice.
And what happens there? Do they get in trouble for that, or do they get to keep the money? Is it considered legal since they found a loophole?
I think they tried really hard to like find a way to make what they did illegal, but it wasn't by the rules of the game. So they just kind of had to stop making the game.
We'll do a
Well,
fantasy.
you could buy that for your kid.
Actually, let's do this. What's the appeal of 10-team leagues with one quarterback? Every team is stacked. Has more to do with injury luck and than fantasy football knowledge. IMO.
You have only 9 people who want to play in a fantasy league.
Look, I like 10-team. I wouldn't want all my leagues to be them, but it's nice to have one 10-team league. It's easier. It's nice to have better options on the waiver wire.
I wasn't being flippant.
Draft day.
I wasn't being flippant. Like if you have a group of friends that you want to play fantasy with and there's only 9 other people who want to play, 10-team leagues are awesome.
Chris, would you go 2 QB or 1 QB if you had 9 friends?
Oh boy, if I had 9 friends.
If you had 9
that's-
friends.
Wow. I can't even dream that big, Ben. 2 QB, I think would be more fun.
Oh, this is a good one by Gabe May.
Yeah. Top 3 favorite TV shows of all time.
Oh, 30 Rock.
I'm such an elitist with.
I'm gonna go through different genres here, but Chris, you can go first.
So 30 Rock. Ooh. Friday Night Lights and man, maybe The Leftovers.
Oh,
I really loved The Leftovers.
it was so good. I'll go.
The last 2 seasons especially are just like I can't stop thinking about them since I watched it.
People are probably shocked, but I'll go The Simpsons one.
Yeah.
Simpsons, The Shield, and I guess I'd say Breaking
Real
Bad.
good. The Shield's final season was fantastic.
The whole thing. I don't know why people don't listen to me. I mean, it's the best show I've ever seen.
I'm not going to go that far.
I mean, I think
I'm going The Wire. I'm going Leftovers, and I'm going to throw a comedy in there. And I'm going to go with my favorite, Rick and Morty. And it's not even over yet, but I still like it.
yeah, you and Chris, I feel like are best friends, and maybe you don't realize it yet.
I do love Rick and Morty. Have never watched The Wire. I know that makes me
Oh,
a fake
no,
sports
Chris.
writer, but
Oh, guess what, folks? 100 likes.
Hey, we made it.
hey, I won.
Nice hand, Chris.
Nice hand, Chris.
All right, I'm going all in here.
All
Blind?
right.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can just commit to it, but now you got to do it.
All right, I'm not even looking at my card.
I mean, it's 200.
How can you not look at your cards?
So it's not really.
I just don't even want to see what I have. I'm just going to go all in.
Here, I'll.
Oh, it says it told me what I had. Oh, crap. These are terrible.
You have to go with it at this point.
I do.
Unless Chris folds
Chris
you.
might
Unless
have
Chris
also
folds.
terrible cards, right? Chris
Well,
could
no,
fold.
I was trying to raise to 602 and it wouldn't let me.
Right. Adam's got to.
Ay, ay, ay. Look at these cards.
Here we
Let's
go.
see what it is.
Ugh,
10,
10. Chris has a.
It's over. Chris
Queen
wins.
high. What
Chris
is it?
accepts. The
I just
gift.
won 2 big hands with queen high and a pair of 9s.
Yep.
Do I have to stay?
Yeah, you're the host.
Here's the hook.
That's so insulting. All right, I'll just read questions here. Gabriel Davis as a breakout. What are your thoughts? Gabriel Davis as a breakout.
I just don't know if the role is going to be there. It sounds like
Right.
Emmanuel Sanders is the number 2 in that offense, which is kind of surprising. I do wonder if Cole Beasley is going to be on the team by the start of the season. Like, I don't know. I don't think they can save much money, but I don't think it would cost them much dead cap either.
Let's see.
Well, it's in God's hands now, I believe. I think that's what he was saying.
Interesting.
Well, the Bills GM said he would consider cutting players.
Right.
So, like,
No,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. The Bills GM would get in so much trouble if he cut players because they weren't vaccinated. That would be, you cannot do that. Leave your Twitter handle, by the way, if you want to win a spot. We hit the 100 likes. So if you want to be in a draft with us, leave your Twitter handle.
They'd have $3.5 million in dead cap money, and they'd save a little bit more than that. So he's absolutely on the fence.
Kelsey or the top wide receiver? Kevin wants to know.
Kelsey.
yeah, Kelsey's my number 3 overall player behind 2 running backs. So, yeah. Although I feel like if Rodgers was guaranteed to be starting, I feel like Adams is in that discussion. I guess not.
Would you guys?
Jeez, guys, I'm
All
sorry.
right, me and Dave are in a
I
big.
didn't mean to offend everyone.
No, you didn't offend anyone. Me and Dave are in a
In a 10-team PPR league, would you keep Tamara or Kelsey?
I do have Alvin Kamara ranked higher than Travis
Whoa.
Kelsey. He is one of the 2 running backs.
Oh,
Dave.
You got to call Dan. Pot odds, baby.
Oh,
It's going to be really hard for me to call here with 8 high, Dave.
All right, let
This
it go.
This is really annoying.
I wish I
Dave,
could
what'd you have? Oh, okay. You would have won. I had the other. Dave, I had the other 2.
I guess that
Small
was a pretty
blind
bad
special.
time for me to bluff, I guess.
Yeah.
Into a full house.
Boy,
Oh,
that
that's
really turned
unbelievable.
around on Dan.
It did. It's not over yet, though, Chris. Just
It's unbelievable. Like we've each taken a turn being the
the leader.
the low man at the table.
With the exception of Adam, who's just been the low.
Well, he was the low man, and then he went out with 10.
Hey, excuse me. I won the first hand of the night, so
Okay.
I was the chip leader.
That's true.
Assuming Aaron Rodgers is back, at what point would you take Devontae Adams over a running back in round 1?
Non PPR, I wouldn't. PPR close to the end of round 1, like maybe 10 or 11.
I think I would take him over Eckler. So, even though I love Eckler, but there's no uncertainty. Wow, this is nice flop here. No uncertainty with Adams. He's safe as hell and great.
Mm-hmm.
I have 7 running backs who I would take over him if Rodgers is back. McCaffrey, Kamara, Cook, Jones, Eckler, Barkley, and Mixon.
Mixon. You take
Yes.
Mixon over him. Wow.
This is the first year I've ever liked Mixon, so I'm one of the rare people who hasn't been burned by him before.
And this is because Gio's gone.
Yep.
Offensive line slightly improved and passing game greatly improved, so teams can't go crazy to get after the run. Is it along those lines?
Yeah, it's mostly the passing game thing. Like the rushing workload's going to be there. He's going to get 250 plus carries if he's healthy, and he's going to rush for 1,000+ yards at least.
Did you not say Derrick Henry, by the way? Eric wants to.
No, not Derrick Henry.
You would not.
I knew this was going to be a big hand.
Yeah.
I knew it.
6,
All right, let's
7,
watch
8,
a little
9,
poker here.
10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is good. Right?
I really hope
Think
you
so.
don't have 7-8.
If it's 7, 8 suited, it's even better.
Yes, that will be even better.
This is exciting. So it was the 3 flush on the flop. Very coordinated. And then the turn is a 4 of clubs, which almost has nothing to do with the other cards.
Yeah.
I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could get 7 flush.
I do think you should be able to get
Oh,
7 cards straight.
I'll show it, Chris.
Nice, Dan. Nice,
Okay.
nice.
that's good. Yeah.
I was hoping no spade. The spade I was going to just fold if it came and you bet it. Did you have a spade, Chris, or no?
How do you feel about David Spade?
I had ace 6 jacks.
He was awesome on SNL, but
You needed
has
the straight.
disappointed since then.
He was great. He was great in Tommy Boy.
He was.
He was perfect.
He was in a show called Love on Netflix
Ooh, 7.
where he was good. So
Ooh, oh.
The deuce 7 bluff.
Mixon,
I enjoyed his role in Rules of Engagement when it was on CBS.
Mixon or AJ Brown and half PPR. I think everyone's going Mixon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was. I intentionally, Jake, did not say Black Sheep because that movie sucks.
half PPR. Let me see. Yeah, Mixon by just a slight amount though. It wouldn't be a huge edge for Mixon for me.
I really wish I were playing poker right now.
Well, you got to play better than Adam.
Even without Aaron Rodgers, even without Rodgers, I think Adams will still produce wide receiver 1 numbers with Jordan Love. Does that mean top 12 or does that mean the number 1 overall? So people can use the same terminology there. Probably top 12.
Yeah, I think he could still be a top 12. He was the last time he played without Rodgers.
Which Lions wide receiver goes first in full PPR?
Could be Amon St. Brown. It could really be St. Brown by the end of this.
I think it will be in most leagues.
Yeah, with all the hype that's going to come.
No love for Tyrell or Quintez Cephas.
Well, I have a lot of love for Quintez Cephas as a Wisconsin Badger.
Yeah, of course. But did it carry over from college to the pros?
No.
How's
No.
the around? Tell us about jumping around.
Oh, it's so much fun, Adam. It's a great time. I mean, listen, you get out there, you're liquored up, even though you can't drink in the stadium. You're still liquored up from the tailgate. And it's a great time.
After you turn 21, of course.
Yes, of course. Wait till you're 21.
Yeah.
But even the parents, like the regular seats, like where the parents are seated, they're all jumping around too. It's a lot of fun.
There's no alcohol in the stadium? On campus stadium?
I remember.
Look, hot take, but like it seems like a really bad idea that college stadiums are selling alcohol.
Yeah. That's
Like
fair.
I don't think we need more alcohol at college football games.
Dave, you like this question?
What is it?
It's from Eric.
Eric.
This is Adam. Can you please say my name in the Billy Madison voice? Thank you in advance. You're very welcome. And I wore my Naruto shirt for everyone tonight. So there's Naruto.
The anime?
Oh, what did I just walk into?
No.
Man, it's a split pot. It's a
Wow.
miracle.
You chopped at the river.
Wow.
You chopped at the river.
It's a miracle. I
That was
love
a big time river for you.
Yeah.
Chris, you don't know the Naruto reference?
I was just making a joke.
Oh.
Chris knows the reference. Chris knows every reference, Adam. You just have to understand that.
I don't think he's a big
Every pop
Sandler
culture.
fan. I don't think he's like a big Happy Gilmore
Oh, he's
fan.
not.
Oh, Happy Gilmore. I Mr. Deeds I love. I'll go through about 2003 with our guy, the Sandman.
Yeah.
Not so much most of his movies though.
Who is the king or queen of comedy right now? Who is the alpha dog in comedy? I think people usually have their little run of a few years, but I feel like Will Ferrell has been the reigning champ for a decade.
I was gonna say Melissa McCarthy.
What has she
She's
done?
been in a ton of hits lately.
She
Or what's his name? The little guy, Chris Hart.
I was thinking Kevin.
I feel like
Hart.
everything
Hart.
he's in is Kevin Hart. Everything he's
Kevin
in.
Hart, I was
I
thinking.
think Kevin Hart. Adam, which is better, shampoo or conditioner? That's good.
Shampoo is better.
I think Kevin Hart is kind of like, I think he had his run. I think he's not the king right now. But
What about Chappelle?
No, that was
Not
like
in movies.
No.
No. I'm just talking about like when he's got something to say. I feel like the world stops and listens.
All right, but who? if you
Except
could-
when he's singing "Creep." I don't know if you guys saw that. It wasn't
I
very good.
saw him saying that. It's apparently not the first time he did that too.
If you can cast any person in a leading role in a comedy, who would it be? I still think it's Will Ferrell. I think he's had the longest run. So nobody's knocked him out yet.
I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Seth Rogen is a good one, but I don't know, man.
Screw it. I'll call it. Whatever.
That's amazing because I was about to raise.
Ah,
I swear to God, I was about to raise, and then Chris
You're
said,
gonna raise
"Screw
with
it, I'll
what?
call it." I'm like, old. I was about to raise with hair. All right, so
You
now
I had
you
to
and
do
me,
it at
Dan.
some point.
This will be interesting.
you know.
Okay, it's down to Dave and Dan.
Oh, right away? Just all in right away, Dave?
Right away. Let's
Wow.
call it a night.
Got that 2-7 again.
There's no chance I'm calling this one. I don't care what you have. I have Jack.
I was ahead of that.
Have what?
Yes, I would imagine. But I like the aggression right there. I definitely like the aggression.
Do it again.
No, I'm not going to do it myself. Dave could if he wants
Let's
to.
see.
Any of you?
I feel like it would be Donald Glover if he leaned into it. Like he
Yeah.
could be, and he just hasn't.
He's not a. I don't even think he's a household name.
Okay.
I don't
Never
think.
heard of him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I know who he is. He's great, but I don't think he's a household name.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, this stuff.
Oh, who's ready for the contest winner? Are we announcing it, Trager?
Yeah, you got it. You can announce it right now.
You can do it. I mean, this has been your thing.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, Frank Sinatra's young cousin, Chris Sinatra, at C Sinatra 10, did it his way, and he is in our next draft. Congratulations, Chris Sinatra.
I had 7-3.
Nice. I was crushing you.
You were crushing me. No suits either. No suits either.
I'm looking at the 2019
Oh,
box.
no, Dave.
There were
no.
not a lot of. What about
Jack
Ryan
Ford.
Reynolds?
Yeah, someone said
Ryan
one.
Reynolds is good.
He's being suited.
Great. Ben Trager, do you know who Ryan Reynolds is?
Yeah, actually, at the gym the other day, somebody went up to me and said I looked like him, and then said I wouldn't be able to squat as much as him. So I was kind of intimidated.
Ben, you are a handsome man. You do not look like Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you
No,
that.
actually, Ben looks like John Birdie of the Miami Marlins. Go look him up. That's who Ben
Looking
looks
now.
like.
BERTI, right?
ERTI, yes. That's his celebrity doppelganger.
Yeah, kind of.
Especially from like the profile when he's got a beard.
Can we get the visual up here? Let's answer some questions here from Michael. I have the 4th and the 12th picks in PPR. Who should I select? 4th and 12th.
Running back at 4, and then best available player at 12. I doubt Kelsey actually makes it there. You could go Adams or Hill or Akers is probably a little too soon. One of the running backs that'll be there. I think you've got it, Dan. Man,
Here's an interesting thing. Knowing that you have the 12th pick, do you take Kelsey 4th? So you can.
I was trying to share. Yeah. Pictures of John
just
Birdie.
That is good. Yeah, that is a little scraggy. I think I might take Kelsey 4th, whereas I wouldn't necessarily if I only had one first-round pick. But having 2, it's interesting there. All right, 16-team half-head PPR is taking Kelsey 8th too high.
Nope.
No.
Especially in a 16-team league. You're gonna have
I wanted to call that one, Dan.
you're gonna have 150 point
I need
edge
to show
on
that one, damn it.
Schneier is the bully right now. I mean, even his big blind is like obnoxious. This is an interesting question. Do you think superstar players will take breaks off of workloads with the season going to 17 games?
It would surprise me if we saw some of that.
There are going to be, I think, 8 teams that play 12 weeks in a row this season. I believe, or at least 10. Because I think the first buys are in week 5 and the last are in week 14.
But there are teams that do that every year.
It's a week longer this year.
Yeah, but if you have a week 4 bye, you play 5 through 17. That's right. I mean, that's 13 straight games. That happens for people.
So I think 4 teams will play 13 weeks in a row, and then 8 teams will play 13 weeks in a row. I think they start in week 5 and end in week 14. That's, I think, 2 weeks longer than normal, right? Last year, the final bye weeks were in week 12.
No, I think 13 because of Scott Fish, I remember. Oh, Dave's all in.
I can't call it.
This is a really cool last name. Brosmer or Brosmer. Like, that's just very bro-y. And the picture's pretty bro-y, too. 16-team Dynasty non-PPR. I have the 15th pick. Which wide receiver should I target? Elijah Moore?
It's a rookie draft.
Yeah.
I really like Elijah Moore. I think
I'm starting to warm up him too, yeah.
In that offense. The way people are talking about him is like they haven't seen a player that good for the Jets in a long time.
Dave on the comeback route.
I would have liked a call there.
Who is Keenan Allen?
Chris, let me back that up real quick, because didn't we have the discussion in Slack like a month ago how we're not going to make too much of what they're talking about in these little OTAs when there's no pads, it's like basically fake practices on air. The Jets have 17 writers at practices.
Yes, but I would say, one, they restructured Jamison Crowder's contract, so clearly they're no longer focusing on him. And I believe Denzel Mims was largely working with the second team offense. Now, it's mini camp, that may not matter come training camp. Maybe it was a motivational ploy, but it's more about the fact that Elijah Moore in his first mini camp was, consistently running with the first team offense. Like Corey Davis, I still project to be the number 1 guy, but I'm just moving Elijah Moore up. He's still only like 50th at running back for me this season.
That's pretty hot right here, by the way. Let's go. What do we got here? Ace and 2 queens.
Oh, I had nothing. Dan might have nothing too, but he bet it first.
I didn't have anything. I mean, I had 4s, pocket 4s or something on that hand.
Now, this is a player that I have not even thought about drafting yet.
Yeah,
I'm making the right call, but Kareem Hunt, RB2 or flex?
It's 26 for me, so yes.
You'd love to have him as a flex, and if you're late to take running backs on draft day, you'd love to have him as an RB2. Nice hand, Dan. I'm glad I didn't call.
Thanks.
Yeah, the nice thing is, like, you should have a usable player, and it's been the same thing the last 2 years. You should have a usable player no matter what, but if something happens to Nick Chubb, you potentially have a top 5 back.
I don't think there's anything potential about it. The problem is that you can probably agree that like there will be something that can happen to Nick Chubb, but will it be for 2 or 3 games? When will it be? Are you going to be able to tolerate having Kareem Hunt in his, 10 PPR points all that time?
He wasn't actually that good when Nick Chubb got the opportunity last season. It was only 4 games.
And what's
and he got the workload. Like he averaged 16 carries and 4 targets per game. His 16 game pace was about 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns.
I like this question. I wanted to get back to it. Who is this year's Keenan Allen? I don't really know what the comparison is. What does that mean?
You need like a target hog.
Right.
So rookie quarterback would help because rookie quarterbacks like to lock onto one target.
I think it's Brandon Cooks. Like he's not going to be as good.
Yeah, that's a good call.
It's a Tyrod Taylor thing too. Yeah. But it's just target hog.
I mean,
Cooks.
You talk about a guy who gets targeted, who gets locked onto by his quarterback, Deontay Johnson. I mean, there are stretches in Steelers games the last 2 seasons where Roethlisberger will throw to him like 5-6 times on a drive.
Jeez, Chris, why don't you just steal from the fantasy football chain?
Dave is all in, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to call him here.
Go for
here
it.
we go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Dan
This
has
is for
two.
the this is for the tournament.
All right,
Oh
come
yeah,
on,
he's got it
Dan.
for us.
Come on, Dan.
He's got it.
Dan.
All
No,
right.
stop. Or no, I got it.
Oh no!
Oh, it's a
What?
flush. I didn't even-
what?
Oh my god, I didn't even see it. I didn't even
Come
see
on,
it.
my dinner just got here.
I love it. When that,
I can't believe I missed that.
that's awesome. Oh,
I can't believe I missed that. I can't believe that happened.
that is
That was
awesome.
incredible. Runner flush.
Unbelievable.
I think something happened last week too, where I hit the set and then you had the straight on the turn, or maybe it was the river. I'm not
Chris,
sure.
what's for dinner?
Yeah, what'd you get?
We ordered. My wife wanted sushi, so I ordered something that wasn't sushi from. The
You don't
Yeah.
eat sushi, Chris?
I will at some point, but I was like a really picky eater. I had a lot of like food anxiety, and I'm just like the last 5 years like getting out of it. But raw fish is still it's a mountain, a step too far. There's my cat's tail.
All right,
Well,
we're
here
all
we
in.
go. We're back. We're doing it
And
again.
again, he's got me in terrible
Oh my
shape.
Doing
God.
it again.
There it
one's
is. This
yeah.
time he wins.
There
Oh,
it
you
is.
got a flush.
No,
No flush this time.
Nope, just
Dan
ace high.
deserves this for sure.
What was I? Oh, Chris, I got Cuban food tonight. Should be.
Is there like any good Cuban food in Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah,
Really,
it was.
that's
It
a
was
great
pretty good at
question.
the new restaurant.
Because there is no good Cuban food anywhere.
I
Where
ordered.
I live.
I ordered 2 meals.
Where you live, Chris? Really?
Yeah.
Bro?
I have not been able to find any. The best Cuban food in Williamsburg is in my apartment.
I ordered 2
Yeah.
meals,
Close.
Chris, and I had no idea which one was which.
You had what?
I ordered 2 meals.
Okay.
And I
Well,
couldn't
what are they?
know which one. Hold on, I'll get the menu up. But I was like, I don't know which one this is. It was good. All right. It's called the Cube Inn.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the place.
Uh-huh.
A Cuban
Okay.
sandwich?
Okay, so the 2 things I got were the mojo pork.
Sure.
I said
Yeah.
mojo, but
Okay.
mojo
Yeah, it's
pork
just-
and the ropa vieja. So one of
Oh
the,
man,
Roper Day is good.
love old clothes,
what?
which is ropa vieja translates to old clothes,
Oh.
and it's like a stewed shredded beef.
Right.
Oh, okay. So
With
I had
some
to
veggies.
Love that. That
is.
is one of my favorites. And then mojo pork is just like a roasted pork marinated
Yeah.
in like citrus and garlic.
Yeah, it was good.
Marinade.
Yeah, I had plantains, which are basically unbeatable as a side.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you
The
ever had?
sweet plantains or which
sweet
version of plantains did you have?
The sweet ones, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
those
I
are-
prefer tostones.
Oh no. Oh.
Don't like maduros that much. Have you ever had mofongo?
Yes, I
That's
have.
a Puerto Rican dish, and also Dominican. they
I had
have
it in a
version
Dominican
of it.
restaurant. Yes.
Yeah. So good. That is one of my favorite
Ooh,
meals.
Colin, let's go.
I don't think I can call.
Come
I don't
on.
think I can call it.
Keep
But
it
I-
sweet.
Howard.
All right, I'll call it. Let's hope.
No,
I'm
no,
alive.
no.
Yes.
All right, I got 2 lives. It's over.
Oh.
Oh, I
Dan's got it.
Oh, Dan
The
got it.
seven wins.
Dan got
Oh, okay. okay. Yeah, he had a-
Seven wins.
Woo! All right, Frank Sinatra, the big winner
guys.
tonight, joining us for our next round. And yes, Mahesh, we have tried Indian food. We have a great Indian place in Tarrytown.
Oh man.
It's terrific. I love that
Love
stuff. A little spicy for me. But
Love the just like run right by the CBS office in Midtown. Actually, there's on Murray
Yeah.
Hill. There's like a 4-block stretch that's just nothing but Indian food. It's so good. I love that.
interesting. All right, guys. Hey, great stream tonight. Great job. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Dan Schneier. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you to Faded Spade for hosting us. This was great. We'll be back next week. What do we have next week, Ben? A mock draft?
Yeah, we'll get a mock going. I don't know
All
if
right.
it's super flex or PPR, but we'll get a mock going on Tuesday.
Oh, enough.
Excellent.
How many super flexes do we have to do? Enough.
Okay, can I ask when are we going to do a salary cap draft?
Well, that's
Like
a-
I have not had any. I've gotten no reps. I'm not saying we should do
All
it
right.
on stream, but we should.
we went on a
probably do it
stream last year, but it was at like 4 p.m.
Love
So-
We'll
it.
do it on a stream at some point.
All right, everybody,
Oh.
thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. Very much appreciated as always. We will talk to you next week, and we've got wide receiver tiers coming out tomorrow, tight end tiers on Thursday, mailbag on Friday. I'm Adam for Dan, for Dave, for Chris, for Ben. Have a great night.